and welcome to our Business Resiliency series. I'm Ariana.
I'm Ashley.
And today we have with us Gwen from Moxy. So to get us started, Gwen, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thanks for having me here. My name is Gwen Cole, and I just launched Moxy with a co-founder, Dr. Kendall Betterer. My background is in science, kind of ecosystems and animal behavior. And then I launched my own business and decided to get my MBA to take a business class. So did the whole school thing. That first business didn't work out, but it did get me a job leading a small business incubator. I learned a lot and got the whole gamut of what does it mean to start a business, especially for small businesses and entrepreneurs that may not fit your traditional business owner image. And so this rendition, current business Moxy, was started to help business owners specifically with the financial piece, because that's the piece that everyone struggles with. Starting a business is hard in general, but the financials seem extra hard, and we have a lot of mental stuff that comes in around them. And so we started Moxy to help people break through that.
Yeah, that actually led perfectly well into the next question. What makes Moxy really unique or different from other financial services out there?
We are education-based, so the experiences of the two co-founders are a really unique combination. We both recognize the common problem of addressing financial biases, and so we want to break down some of those stereotypes. So if I say business financial expert, what is the person that pops into your head?
So the first thing I thought of was a middle-aged white guy in a suit.
Yeah, I was right there. Yeah.
Yep. That is, when I ask that question, that is across the board what pops into people's head. And those are not the only people that are experts in financials. So we're trying to break down that stereotype and help business owners be confident and savvy in their financials and their business decisions. Because there are lots of businesses out there that are really, really well run, or have the potential to be well run if the business owners have the confidence in their financials. And so we're bringing education, online learning, coaching. We help with setting up bookkeeping systems, financial tracking systems, accounting software. We're very responsive to the community. So we have like kind of our baseline courses, and then we're always adding new content. You can always reach out if you want one-on-one attention and coaching and help through a particular piece of it. And we're launching group coaching online too. So it's a little bit of more community building and also a lower price point for that time, because time is valuable.
A big piece that I love about your business model is the empowerment that I think you instill with the course perspective, where they're able to learn that knowledge and apply it, and then also combined with the coaching and group coaching. What's empowering about that is it helps business owners kind of take those financials back and to be able to strengthen that piece of their business. And that feeds super well into our series topic, which is resiliency, because as we know, as business owners, we're all looking to develop strong and resilient businesses. How do you define resiliency?
I love that you love that about our business, because that's what we're trying to do. That confidence and breaking down the fear about addressing the numbers in your business is super important to resiliency. So my definition is kind of like stickiness or staying power for something, specifically for a business in this case. And that doesn't mean that you have the same shape at the end. So when you get knocked down, right, you get back up. You might be bruised, you might be broken, but you still get back up. And that's the resilient piece of it. And it might be a completely different form than where you started. You have to experiment and try things. And going forward, even if you have to change directions a little bit, is what resiliency is to me. Even if it's not the same, that's okay. So, but you're getting through, right? What is that saying with like the oak tree stands tall and straight and sturdy, but the willow tree like bends with the wind, right? And so you get the oak tree, if a really big gust of wind comes, it will actually fall, but the willow tree will bend and then pop back up.
That's wonderful. And I think rightly talking about this idea of like resiliency and change and being able to change and adapt, COVID-19 has kind of put us in a place where even if we were striving to have a resilient business and thinking about some upcoming challenges, people are changing in a way that they weren't anticipating, and definitely not at the speed they were anticipating it. Lastly, you actually put out a blog post that I thought was really great. It's about, business in the age of COVID-19 and how to make your business COVID compatible. And you outlined a few good tips there, as well as creating some shorter term and longer term plans. And I was wondering if you could speak to that a little bit.
And this is a completely unique situation. A pandemic is forcing everybody to change. And so the COVID compatible piece that I was trying to get across in that is that if you break it down in staying in business right now, you have to go through 3 different legs of this triangle. So look at what you sell, look at how you reach your customers, how you deliver that product or service to your customers, and then what your customers are buying as panic is happening, right, for this pandemic, and make sure that you're hitting on all pieces. And so in these times of crisis, I think there's also a lot of opportunity, and it's a really cool time to experiment, and it doesn't have to be perfect, right? So we all want it to be perfect before we deliver it to our customers and clients. And now is the time to kind of move past that and just experiment and iterate super fast and involve your community in that. As people are social distancing and isolating and staying home, they're also looking for different ways to connect. So can you provide an interesting opportunity for people to connect digitally, or to connect while still doing practicing good habits with social distancing or health habits? Is there a different way that you can deliver a product than you might have before? If you ask your community, they might come up with some interesting opportunities for you. Be like, oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Maybe I can do that. And especially now, like I was thinking this, like it is beautiful outside in Tacoma, Washington right now. This changing of seasons as the sun starts to come out and the weather gets warmer, people are gonna want to go outside. And so how can you encourage your community to be outside or deliver a product outside while still practicing social distancing and trying to flatten the curve, as they say, for the pandemic? And for some businesses it might be easier than others, but if you kind of look outside that box and get creative, might come up with some interesting revenue streams that can continue even beyond where we are right now. So that's the short-term piece of it. Like you have to look short-term and respond. And even if it's not necessarily selling something for a couple weeks, engaging with your community and building a brand around coming together during this time and supporting. And then long-term, who knows what's going to happen long-term, right? Figure it out, take it day by day as the short-term is happening. And that experimentation that you're doing short-term will help you figure out what your long-term strategy is as we start to be able to predict stuff further down the road.
And I think with each of our guests, right, kind of talking about this idea of resiliency and what they're doing in their businesses, we definitely want to leave all the watchers with a couple of tips. So what would be your top 2 tips on how to create and maintain a resilient business?
Probably the experimentation. Be willing to experiment fast. Don't worry about being perfect, and communication. Don't hunker down and close off, which is a lot of instincts. Be like, all right, we have to stay inside. We're going to weather it out and put the boards up on the windows, and not really do anything for a couple weeks. And I think in order to survive and be resilient as a business, you have to open up to those opportunities and to communicate. And so you'll discover opportunities through that experimentation and then that communication and community building.
Yeah, we really appreciate you, coming on, sharing your expertise, your ideas, your knowledge, and willing to be our first guinea pig as we kind of figure this all out. So,
Sure. Absolutely.